What's going on, everybody? I'm AG Crypto. I'm here with Goldwyn, and of course, the one and only ThorGod Ed. What's going on, buddy?
What's up, man? How are you guys doing today? It was nice to know that, we were talking off before we started that all three of us are in Florida. That was actually pretty cool to know, man. That's cool. We're all this close, but this far away.
Well, I think I'm like 9 hours from you.
Oh, so, really?
So we're in the same state, but it's still a trek.
That's how far away that's how big the state is. Kind of that far away. I've never been to your part of the state yet. So it's just, Orlando, Disney, that's about it. And I've been to Tampa, but never really up anywhere where you guys are at. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, every day every Wednesday when I'm listening to the Twitter Spaces, I'm on my way to Orlando for work. So.
Oh, all right, nice.
That's why I don't chime in, because there's a lot of road noise.
Yeah, it can happen. It happens when I'm in my car too. I'm like, I have a Jeep, so it's not the quietest of vehicles. It's not like a Honda where you're in there and you don't hear a thing when you're driving. Yeah. It's a little loud, so it's kind of hard to talk sometimes when I'm driving as well.
So Ed, I've got a question for you.
Okay.
I want to know, how did you become a crypto enthusiast? How did you get into DeFi? Like, tell me your background.
I don't know if it was the DeFi thing that started it. It was just crypto in general. Way back in 2012 is when I first heard of Bitcoin. I was listening to NPR, and I heard somebody talking about it. They were doing a story about Bitcoin, just about some new thing called Bitcoin. I heard about it. And I'm like, oh, this thing sounds pretty cool. Let me research it a little more. And it was like $128 then. And so let me research it. I found out about Coinbase, and I didn't buy any because it was a lot of steps. I was trying to figure all this stuff out even on Coinbase. So the first thing that they ever had was, I signed up for Coinbase, your username and all that kind of stuff. But they had a thing where you used to click on commercials and you watch them for 30 seconds. You earn a millionth of a penny of blah, 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 blah. So of Bitcoin, of course. And so I just did that a handful of times, and didn't get much at all, barely even $1 or $3 or something like that by the time I did it. After a while, I was doing it, and then for some reason I would click the ad, but I wouldn't see the reward in there. And so I got kind of like, I'm getting frustrated, just forgot about it. And then after that, I just kind of stepped away from crypto, didn't really follow up on it too much until a few years later. And then I got into Tron. Tron was my first listening to about it, like learning stuff. But my first buy was Vertcoin. It was 80 cents.
Vertcoin?
Vertcoin, VERT.
Oh, okay.
They had the check mark for their logo. It was kind of a V, but it looked kind of like a check mark. So I spent like $1,200 on it. It was like, I think it was 80 cents. And it was my first ever actual full buy. I can't even remember how I bought it, like which site or exchange I bought it from. And it went up to $10. And I thought I was king of crypto. Like, I know what I'm doing. This is a piece of cake. And then, then I start bouncing around, and then everything just didn't go well. And then I got into Tron. So, and then from Tron, somehow, I don't remember how I met BT. Just, he found me, and I must have done some research to find Bankroll, and jumped in. I think he saw that I was, knew I was in radio. So he kind of knew, hey, I'm somebody out there that you'd see, and you can find me. I'm not somebody hidden in the shadows. So he knew I was like a public figure towards like, okay. And then he asked me to come be admin. And then after that, just followed him ever since to where we are now. So.
Hey, Ed, was Credits before Bankroll?
Credits was Bankroll. Part of
Bankroll. The same thing?
Yeah. The Bankroll was the name of the thing, and then Credits was one of the contracts in it. I think the first one, I forgot the name. There was one more contract first. It was like a 333 kind of thing, but I can't remember what it was called. And then Credits, we called Credits the king because Credits was always king. So yeah, Credits.
Yeah, I had actually heard of Credits. I liked Tron a lot.
I did too. I love that side.
And yeah, I had a lot of Tron, thinking it was going to go somewhere, and eventually I just sold it for other things as it went down.
What do
Yeah,
you think the problem, the downfall of Tron was?
what the one thing they started doing, they had like their super representatives or something like that, where you could kind of, they made it to seem like, hey, all these different people can cast their votes, but it seemed like one side kept getting more of it. But when there's too many, when you're trying to get the community to try to share votes like that, I feel like they kind of create a million other wallets to try to get more, to try to game the system that way. And I kind of
Mhm.
didn't like that. I think BT said they're making it hard for developers to develop on Tron. And then I don't know. I have a feeling that they just kind of, there's still people on there that diehard Tron. I'm still trying to
Yeah.
get them out of the bankroll side and the elephant, but they still want to stay on the Tron
Really?
blockchain. But I don't know, man. It could be the China thing. It could be just Justin Sun just kind of, he faded, his popularity was there, and he had ability to move the market a little bit, but it kind of just faded out, and you really don't hear much from him anymore. As far
Yeah,
as
I think he made it, but then he also killed it in the end. I think.
yeah,
Do
I
you
don't even
think
know
when
if
uh-oh, got a phone call coming in? It's
Sorry
about
BT calling in.
yeah. I have dogs
So
walking down the hall, so you can hear their footsteps too. I'm trying to.
hey, that's all right. So do you work on the radio station right now?
Mhm.
Is that how you
Technically,
got your name?
no. My name is Eddie E. That's my name on the radio.
Eddie
Uh,
E.
yeah, I've been working radio since '96. Mainly all here in Florida, but between Miami all the way up to Palm Beach County kind of thing. It's like a 1 hour stretch right there. Top 40 music.
Top 40. Okay.
Yeah, it was always top 40 until about 2019. And ever since then, I've been doing country music. And yeah, I love country music. And now I've also helped out one of the other stations in the next room. It's an older station, but on the weekends, they're all 80s. So I
Okay.
do stuff on there too. But I'm on 7 days a week, no matter, between both stations, no matter what. And technically, thanks to technology, I'm actually on working right now, but I'm not even there because it's all recorded. So it happens.
What, so what's the radio station?
The name of it? Or
Yeah,
you
or
mean
this the station. If I'm in Miami or whatever, I want to,
it's
listen to
called
Eddie E.
it's called New Country 1031.
1031 New Country. Okay.
Yeah, or if on like a Sunday night or Sunday afternoon, we have one called Sunny 1079, and that's the all 80s on the weekend. Now, actually, I'm pretty sure in about a couple weeks right now, the Sunny station is the one that switches out and goes nonstop Christmas music until like the day after Christmas. So I gotta
Yeah.
get ready for that. I'm diehard Christmas. He's like, oh no.
My brother was in radio. He was I guess the news reporter for
Oh,
WTAX in Springfield, Illinois.
is that an AM station?
It might be,
Might have been.
probably. Yeah, it
This
was
news.
news. So yeah, probably so.
That's pretty cool. I've always wanted to do. I didn't even want to be in radio. I wanted to be that guy on ESPN, and that's what I was trying to make my way in. And somebody said, "Hey, they're hiring at a radio station. See if let's find a way if that's a step in, just a side door to get into TV." And it didn't turn out that way, so it just ended up being radio the whole time. So here I am, and no complaints. It's been my career. I enjoy it. Great perks. This Friday, I'm going to the Jason Aldean show. So I can't wait. I'm working Wallins in a couple weeks up in Atlanta. I'm going to fly up and see him there. So
Nice.
it's all been a good time, and I have some good stories that nobody will ever hear, but I also have some good stories that I do tell too. So it's pretty cool.
So how long have you known BT?
20.
And how did you meet him?
I don't. I think the way I met him is just from him talking to me in the chat when I joined Bankroll. I can't remember how I found Bankroll. It might have been through, I don't know if you guys remember back. You guys been in crypto since 2019 at least?
I started in January 2018.
Okay, there was a thing before Telegram, or before I heard of Telegram, there was an app called Guild Chat. And you would just sit and chat with people, but you could literally send tokens in the chat, and you could send however many you wanted. You could send 50 tokens, and the first people to grab the 50, each person got one, you would get it. It was pretty cool when you just sit in there the whole time. Most of them were crap coins, but every so often somebody was dropping TRX, and then you grab it. And so it was a fun thing. And somebody must have mentioned bankroll, because that was the only thing I was ever in talking, unless I really found it searching on the internet for stuff. It was either that way or from one of those chat rooms, and being in there, chatting a little bit, and then BT would pop in and say a couple things all the time, and then just came up and sent me a direct message one time, and said, "Hey, do you want to help me out a little bit?" That's what it is. So it was pretty cool. And I don't remember if I still have the original chat. I might have it. See his very first message he sent to me. I'll have to research that, see if I do or not.
Yeah.
Was it on Telegram or what?
On Telegram, I might have the first one he ever sent me. And, you know, right after, within probably about 5 months or so, I got a message from Bank Teller, and I hadn't quite, I noticed it. It was a little weird, but I finally realized that it was a fake BT. And luckily, I didn't. No, I got, I don't have the original message, but I have March 22nd of 2019. I have that message, but I was already with him for a couple weeks before that. So somehow I must have deleted it or something like that.
So you've been part of with BT for a while. How did he brainstorm with people before Elephant, or did he just introduce it to the populace? How did that all come down?
We have our own side chat where all the admin are in, that we talk a lot, and he does bring some stuff up, and sometimes he'll just go off and start saying things, and we'll just respond. Sometimes we'll do voice chats. I don't remember if he said. I think we were talking about the Binance side, but I don't know if the Elephant name was set yet. He decided that. I don't think anybody else did. I think he was the one that came up with that idea. I think we threw some other names around, but I never saw the word elephant until he mentioned it. I believe he was asking about some names. I can't remember what ones we had going through. That's something I do think I have in the chat, 'cause I don't think I've ever deleted the admin chat at all. So
there has to be a popular second place that everybody else was pulling for.
Oh man, there has to be. And you know, everybody here has come up with some really cool names. And I don't know if anybody even used an animal whatsoever. It was probably something else. Man, I never thought about that. I got to really go back and look and see my chat messages on the history and see what we were talking about then. But we do a lot of stuff. We're always talking. We're always throwing things back and forth at each other, and a lot of names. And you know, I think we asked about the NFT thing. What are we going to call it? You know, people kind of come up with all different names. And I'll bring that up next time. I might maybe hanging out with you guys. I got to do some research, take some notes, and let you guys know what the weird names we were coming up with back then, and end up finally just with the Unlimited.
I mean, Unlimited is so perfect. Like,
yeah, it is a good name. Yeah.
And it just fits so well. And like when the NFT concept came out, I was in my head, I was against it. I didn't, verbally say anything against it. But then when it came out and it was explained, like I can see it. I can see the genius behind it. And it's just, it's awesome. And an Unlimited, it just makes perfect sense.
And I think we had talked about that. We're like, how many are there going to be? And when I think he said something like 10,000. I'm like, okay, that seems like a lot. But I didn't know there was each round. I didn't know we're going to do round after round after round. So we'll see how that goes. I mean, it's going to be hard to sell out a round as we get higher up. I mean, this round, I don't know if you guys have the numbers in front of you, what number we're at right now as far as the second round. But I know it's going to be round 3 is going to be really tough.
Yeah. How many rounds do you think we'll make it? I think we'll get to round 4, and I think
4 is probably where people just won't have the money to buy it. They're just going to be like, well, how much is it? Because what is it? 4 would be how many BNB?
Be 2, 4, 8. Yeah.
8 BNB, and that makes it 1,600.
Yeah, and by that time, it's probably $1,000 a BNB.
But by that time, you got to think about what's the value of the elephant token then too. That helps move a different way. People are going to run the strategy on that. Try to just buy more elephant or actually buy the NFT. And then with that many NFTs out, everything's split up a little bit more too. Because now we have 40,000 NFTs that are splitting the piece of the pie instead of 10,000 NFTs. Yeah. So that's another thing to think about also.
Yeah. There's 11,500 basically, a little bit shy. 11,500.
So how many NFTs do you own? If you don't mind me asking.
No, I have 4.
4?
Yep.
Gotcha. Any black ones?
Yes, I do have a black one. I have the black one, like the 000.
Yeah, like the black's black.
Yeah. The best one you can get.
So how rare is that one?
I don't, they keep saying rarity, but I think the rarity number means how many people actually own one as far as compared to all of them, right? Because I think it's the same amount no matter what.
I think it has to do with the 3 numbers. Like you have 000, so your black is probably rarer than most.
Okay.
But it fluctuates so much, as new ones come out. So like I have 001 is my black.
And still gets in the party.
Yeah, that's all that matters, really.
So there's a debate going on right now if we should go to Miami or Vegas.
Vegas, baby.
So I was always saying to BT because I think they're moving the BTC conference to Nashville. So I was like, why not Nashville? So, just to kind of, unless we're just not trying to jump in with that or not.
Well,
but,
why are they going to Nashville? I thought Miami was the hub. They got a big bowl there and everything.
I think because there's just so much money down here. I think it costs just too much to have the event there just for people to maybe hotels, travel. I'm thinking the price was pushing people away from having it down here for some reason. So I think they picked Nashville as a maybe more central place for people, and maybe it's a cheaper way to put the event together. That's just my guess. You want to have the event on South Beach, it's going to cost you,
Yeah, well, I think of, Bitcoin's international. That's worldwide. So I'd assume Miami would be, with an international airport.
Right. Easier to get to, you figure too.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the whole thing was behind it. I don't even know who the head honcho is of the Bitcoin conference. Who's the president of the conference? Who put the thing together? Was it one person, or it was actually a few people got together and just said, let's start doing this? Or I don't even know who runs that.
BT did have a good point 2 weeks ago about that's a great reason to have it in Miami is because BTC has left, so we could kind of fill that gap. I like Vegas because it's relatively cheap to fly in from anywhere, and then hotels and stuff are a lot more reasonable because of all the casinos.
Yes, yeah, the hotels are going to save you a bit of money. Money Man's in the house. Money Man, a good friend. We've met a couple of times. We talk a lot on the phone together. We don't just talk crypto, personal stuff, family stuff. He's probably the guy I talk to most and out of everybody I've ever heard. But yeah, I'm hoping, I'm sure Money Man's closer to Vegas than I am. So it would really be cool if we could actually get out there. Because like you said, it probably would be cheaper to have it there. And even if it's not on the main strip, the old strip, Fremont Street, probably a cheaper hotel there, cheaper conference room, and a way to do it. And
hopefully we have a lot more money and we can get the top of the line hotel right on the strip.
Get the suite, all the good stuff. Make sure we get the pawn shop
discount somewhere.
Right. I've been there a couple of years ago. I went to 2021, was it? I was in Vegas. Yeah, for a buddy's 50th birthday. And that was my first time since I was 10 years old. So I've only been twice, when I was 10 with my grandma and then for my buddy's birthday. Totally different situation. Crazy.
Yeah, I think I was there when I was like 12 and it was fun. It's been a while. My wife keeps asking me to go see the Kelly Clarkson show, but I'm like, we'll just have to wait until
I didn't know she had her show out. Oh, she films her show in Vegas? Or she sings out there, you mean?
No, she sings. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm not a fan of, my other half's a fan of, she loves Kelly Clarkson and big fan of her show and her singing. Sees her when she came down here years ago. So
yeah.
She's diehard Kelly. Totally not, she's like X's out Taylor Swift, but all for Kelly Clarkson.
Yeah. So BT said that we should be planning that probably the first or second quarter of next year, but nothing's set in stone until, we have to have something to celebrate. So at what price point do you think will really be time to celebrate?
I don't know if it's a price point, more as where's Bertha's point at.
Okay.
She had that 300 to 350. Is she back to normal? That's the celebration. I mean, the next celebration should be the flippening. Takes the us as far as percentage, but I don't know if it's a celebration, but at least that's my next personal goal to see. But as far as the whole ecosystem, I think we got to get to that, where Birth is 10x of where she needs to be. Like he was saying, I think he said it was 350, 340. I forgot what he said it was, but that range in there, that would be good to know. And then, that means we're running on all cylinders, every single cylinder's firing where it should be.
Well, that's what I'm hoping for, is Bertha to get up to 200 trillion so we can get Trump back up to peg, or at least close to it. I don't care if it's 75 cents, but by that time, things will be better.
It's going to be odd to see too, when you're up above, when you're over 50 and you're in the 60, coming up on 75, then there's some people that are just not going to wait that extra 25 cents. They're going to start getting out now. So you're going to see a lot of movement, I think, as we get past the 50 mark, whenever that's going to be.
I really think that it's going to be a lot like how that first round of NFTs went. Like, everybody was all like, oh, we know it's coming and we're going to wait to that last 10%, and then bam, 35% sold in like literally 24 hours. I think Trump's going to be that way. Once we get past that 25-cent mark and hold that, and that way, Farmer Depot can start coming online. And then once we break 30 cents, all those people that are waiting thinking that Trump's going to go down below 20 cents again, all those people are just going to start buying. And I think it's the higher we get, the faster it's going to go up. But you're right. Obviously, the sellers are going to bring it down, but I still think that when it dips 5 cents, people are going to buy it, because now it's kind of like that, how elephant has dipped and everybody sees, oh, we're still going up. Well, Trump, we know is pegged, it's not really pegged anymore, but the value is supposed to be $1. I think the most interesting thing from that 4-hour conversation that BT had was saying that, Trump could go up to 110. None of us have really even put that into our math of Trump being over $1.
I think it has been, though, wasn't it? Didn't it get to at least 103, right? I think that's where it's been in its history, if I'm not mistaken. I thought it got.
I don't know. It might have.
We came in about 2 weeks pre-exploit. So we missed that first big run. So I can see that, because everybody was buying so fast that it could have gone, reached that. So I think that was that interesting point, that he's, in his mind, he's already planning for it that it could be up to, 110, which just makes Trump bananas.
That's the thing with BT. I guarantee you, when some people ask us, about ideas, trying to throw us ideas, some strategies, and like, if you were in our admin chat, you'd see that the thoughts are already 6 months down the road. BT's already got some calculations how he thinks it's going to be 6 months down the road. I mean, he has to be. If he's going to code something and put something out, you got to do some kind of math. And luckily, his financial background helps that out too, with trying to figure out the patterns of people buying and selling. It helps out when you need to forecast something, or at least an estimated forecast of something down the road, so you can make sure the ecosystem is ready for that later on. So it's good when he's able to do those calculations.
So how many people are in the admin group? I
think we have 19 right now. So the one thing is, not all 19 are admin you see all the time. Yeah, there's 19. Some of them are in the background that we don't even really talk to. Like, they might be handling the website. They might be handling some other stuff that just are never really in the community doing any talking. They're just background technical people handling stuff. I would say about 12, maybe 12 to 14 are actually the ones that you probably see in the chat mostly, and just a couple side ones. That's about it. And it hasn't grown much. We've only added, I think, one more person in the past year. Maybe only one person's joined admin, I think. So it's been, we've had a couple people leave, but I think we were up to 22 or 23 at the most.
Why'd they leave?
I think they either moved on to another project, or they kind of just weren't really doing much
anything,
doing any activity with us. So it's like, okay, well, appreciate your help, but whatever reason they chose, it's fine. And then we got one more added. I forgot who the last person was added, because I remember seeing somebody in the chat. Yeah, I don't think he's helping out with the Discord, but I don't think he is a member. No, he's not. He's not an actual admin member. but he does help out as admin in the, the volunteer stuff on crypto
Yeah,
laws. I think
he's
crypto laws.
definitely been holding it down in the Discord. That's for sure.
Well, that's
And
good.
Yeah.
I was on there a lot before, and I just can't handle like doing two. I just got to get off just got to get off social media for a while, man. Just being on there all the time. Not just that, but the other stuff. My other job, there's Facebook there and stuff. So I just can't keep scrolling through all the time like that. And people's comments are all over the place. And I'm trying to go to one, Telegram, then the Discord, and it just gets to be where you got to just take a little break. So I haven't been on the Discord for a long time.
Yeah, you can get burned out pretty quickly.
Yeah, you can.
So Ed, walk us through how the combo kind of started with futures. Like, from my research, Stampede and Trunk is really what pushed us up that first parabolic curve. Yeah. So after we fell, I know the first few months, BT fought with trying to keep Trunk at peg, and just saw that it was a losing battle. So he changed gears and started a few things like the depot and the redemption queue to try to lock it up and stuff like that. But when he first said something about it on Telegram, and then you guys were kicking around in the admin group, how kind of walk us through that?
If I recall, I know because with what happened with Trunk and Stampede, he needed to come up with something to bring some more customers in, and also something a little more stabilized. And I think that's maybe why the BUSD was put in there, and the mechanics of it that he put in. I think most of this was all him. I can't say that a lot of the ideas came out of admin. I think he had something in his head for a while, and that's what brought out futures, and something that was able to let people know, hey, the price isn't going to go from 99 cents down to 20. But it also might not go from 99 cents to $1.04 either. So it was just something that you kind of knew that, look, here's the deal, give it some time. We're going to have this help out and get everything back to normal, but we need a little something to help us, and it needs to be futures. And it also helped some people that were in Stampede that still love Stampede, but wanted to continue, but they kind of, because the value of Trunk was dropping down, I think they kind of threw them off a little bit, and they're like, listen, I really don't want to continue this or even start a new wallet if it's going to do this right now until it's back to normal. And it helped some people that were bringing in new members that originally were in Stampede, trying to bring people into Stampede. It actually helped them, because this is something that the community, the herd, needed to continue to grow the herd. Is we need the people that were in Stampede that were about to grow their partner network. They need something that they can look at and see that, hey, the volume's everything's not going like this with the price. That's what futures did. It gave a little bit more stability to things. So when people were being brought in, I think that was the main goal of some of the people in admin. Like, listen, I can't grow my partner network if we don't know what we're going to do with Stampede yet. I mean, what we're going to do with Trunk yet. And that's where futures came in and kind of just calmed everybody down, made everybody happy. And heck, from what I saw today, because this weekend, I was kind of out and about. So, but from what I saw today, I mean, wow, that was a lot going on in futures today.
Yeah, that brings us up. Over $1 million, I think, was deposited.
Ed, I appreciate you starting those 6 wallets today.
That is the one thing that I never release. How many wallets do I have? What's my wallet address or anything like that, or how much elephant I got? Nobody will ever know.
Except the IRS.
I guess I'll have a wallet set up just for that when I go to cash out. That'll be a separate wallet.
There you go.
But yeah, I was good to see $1 million. Jeez, how many wallets was that? Was it 6 for real?
It was, yeah. There was basically 6. I mean, there was more than that, but there were 6 main wallets that I saw. Each had like 140,000.
That's the same guy. Has to be.
Yeah. Well, it came in 2 batches. There was one that was like 3 for like 135 or something like that. And then later there was another batch of pretty much about the same thing. So it probably was one person or a group, or one for a group.
There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, make a multiple. No reason. Yeah. I would do multiple as well. Definitely.
So that's my plan, is to do that.
Yeah.
Of course, I was waiting for BT to make Stampede into a or not Stampede, but futures. Well, futures and Stampede into an NFT. so I could have one wallet with multiple accounts. But
Yes, I'm still trying to grasp what that all means, because I know he mentioned it, and I'm still trying to figure out what that means where you can have multiple with one wallet. With, I guess, your NFT is supposedly your wallet, your account.
How I in picture it is, you know how you can have multiple NFTs for one wallet address? It would be like the same thing. So you would have like, all right, your futures 1, futures 2, and futures 3 all under the same address, and let me put 200 here and 200 there, and let me put 600 at this one, you know. And you can do different strategies. That's what I would do if that's what he's trying to accomplish. But have multiple futures.
I think making it on NFTs makes them easier to transfer accounts as well. So who knows, now that he's made that feature to be able to transfer accounts, if it's going to be an NFT anymore. I think that he was thinking along the lines of NFTs, so that you could just send it from one wallet to another relatively easily.
Like sell it, like, hey, I'll sell you my futures account for 50,000.
Yeah, for 50 cents on the dollar or 80 cents on the dollar, or
I don't know who would want to sell that though.
Yeah, but I mean, some people that are, an accident happens and they need money. I mean, if they need 75% on the dollar.
Okay. Yeah, that's true. Because it only pays out, 0.5% a day. And if you need the money ASAP, that makes sense.
I mean, if somebody has the money to pay, I don't know if I could ever, I couldn't trust to sell it to anybody unless I knew them personally. There's no way.
That'd be the marketplace.
Yeah, I think with the marketplace he has now, and I had talked to or mentioned to him on one of the Wednesday shows of having a trade, because we have all the colors, and there would be people that would be willing to trade, one color for another, but you either use a middleman that you trust, or you just trust the person, So I think that the marketplace could be expanded to allow that. So if you did the NFTs for the futures or stampedes, then you would just go on and put it up for sale.
The only thing is, when Bertha's not making any money on any of the trading going on, especially if you allow people to trade, then guess what? Those black NFTs are now traded instead of sold.
Well, the black NFTs are traded or sold offline anyway, because no one's selling them for 10% loss.
Somebody is.
Trade somebody. Hey, yeah, true. They are pretty popular. Nobody would take a real loss on that.
And I mean, BT it could be a fee too. Like I would pay $20 to be able to trade fairly and know that it's a trusted middleman.
And if you know that whatever the fee Bertha was going to get, if you would have bought it, she should just get that. That would be the fee, maybe.
Yeah.
So she still gets her same amount.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not. He knows all that technical stuff, man. I'm not up on all. I mean, I didn't even get into NFTs until Elephant. I saw them and I was like, I bought one NFT about 3 years ago, and that was it. Other than that, I've just never been a fan of them because I just don't understand them.
Well, I think him having the set price in the marketplace is really good for the economy anyway, because it sets the price. If I buy it, if I can sell it. I mean, they're staying like 5 minutes in the marketplace right at the moment. So, and that's just all money that Bertha's getting in addition. So now she already got the 1 or 2 BNB, and now she's getting another half a BNB or something for it, and they sell almost instantaneous. And that's what's going to happen.
Got too excited. Or you're muted.
Yeah, we can't hear you.
What'd you do?
I thought it was one of those kung fu movies where his lips are talking, but I don't hear the voice yet. Yeah, we still don't hear you.
Yeah, you're muted.
I think the cord came out.
Are you there?
Hello?
Yeah, you are.
Can't hear you.
You can't hear
there you
Nope. Can't hear you. Keep yelling.
But
I think in the future, that's what how NFTs are going to be. I mean, the NFTs are unlimited, but the price is what's going to set the height. But people are going to the secondary market is what's really going to feed Bertha with the NFTs, in my opinion.
So, what is the actual So it's 2 BNB right now. What's BNB at? 212, somewhere around there right now.
Yeah,
think
it
it's
was like 237 earlier today.
237. Oh,
Yeah.
that's
So what technically is the price for the NFT in the marketplace? What is that value after the 1 point whatever?
Well, we'll call it 450 just for round numbers.
Okay.
But then if you sell it on the market, it's 10% less, so it's 1.8. And then Birthday gets 30% of that.
we got the price of elephant moving up. So
So the price
either
of
that's
NFT is what, like 400 instead? You say 40
Yeah.
bucks? What is it? Okay. I was wondering how much
BNB
that you're saving.
Yeah, BNB is 230, 228 right now.
Okay.
So call it 450 for an NFT minted.
Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, I'm loving that chart. Great chart right there.
Yeah, we're only down like 15% from all-time high.
it looks like 26%.
I don't like your chart.
But
I'll
That's
take
not
the
bad.
5 up today.
yeah, let's see. Let's see how far we've gone up since the last week. Basically bottomed out. We're up 24%. So we're about halfway there.
Nice.
Oh, so if you bought in now, and we get back to where we were, that's a 37% gain. That's pretty good. That's really good for people getting in right now.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you're still early. We know that.
Oh yeah,
That's a nice chart.
it is. This is
I like
just
the movement. I love that part, but I kind of like that all October. I mean, I like that. I like all that kind of movement more than, yeah, we all love the straight up, but I just like seeing the up and down because it just shows the strength and it shows everything working as it should be. So I just like seeing that. I know
yeah.
everybody just wants
Yeah.
to see up, but
If you're looking here, this is the nice move. I like seeing this, and then this is when FOMO kicked in.
yeah.
And it wasn't even the good FOMO that we saw back in 2022 or 2021. Was it 2021? When did we get in, Chris?
2021, right? Because when we
Yeah.
started,
Yeah,
I always get confused.
me too. I try to block out the bad memories.
It's crazy because you had all the lockdown stuff, so you kind of miss a year or two in your head, and then things went by so fast it seems. So I'm like, wait, how long ago was that? It's been that long already? Oh my goodness!
Oh, you got muted again. What is wrong with you? Keep your hands off the mic.
I could see his thing says mute on there too.
Oh yeah, there you go.
There he
Can
is.
you hear me now for the 19th time? This is only like the 5th time, and this is the first time I'm really showing I'm inept at all this technology stuff.
So how many NFTs you guys got? Or do you guys not say?
How many what?
NFTs do you each have?
More than 4.
Okay, good.
So my plan was to buy one, and that was it. And then Goldwyn over here talked me into buying a few more, and then a few more after that. And then I was like, okay, now I got to get myself a black NFT. So then I'm trying my hardest to get a black NFT, and then I ended up getting three black NFTs in a row.
Oh,
so,
wow.
Yeah. So I'm up to 25. Cool. I'm not scared. Uncle Sam, he ain't gonna get me.
And you'll realize that AG is like the luckiest crypto person on the planet. Like,
I wouldn't say that.
Listen, all right. First of all, he's all like, "What's this raffle thing?" I said, "Oh, you just roll and you have a chance to win." He won like the second time he rolled.
Jeez. I did win the raffle one time. That was pretty cool. I will look at my thing. Oh, that was awesome. That was a long time ago, though. A long time ago.
Yeah.
How much did you win?
I think it was in the 3,000 range. I think.
Oh, really?
It wasn't for max. It was for random. But I think it was in the 3,000 range of trunk. I think.
That's
so Alan was like literally one of the first 10 people that won.
It wasn't the first 10. I think the first 10 got like 40,000 trunk.
Oh, those first ones were pretty big. Yeah, those were big.
I ended up getting
early.
I think I got like 21,000 trunk.
So what I was saying before I muted myself for the 17th time today. Do you think future has the ability to cause FOMO like like Trunk Stampede originally, or do you just think that that was a perfect storm of everything?
The raffle, you mean? Do you think that?
No, the futures now versus how Trunk Stampede was in that first parabolic run. Do you think that the futures FOMO can push it like that?
I don't know if I call it a FOMO. I don't. I feel like people aren't running the ape to get in, but I feel like they want to get in. I don't know if you would see a big jump.
I feel like today is a different story. I feel like everyone's aping into.
I feel like people are getting in and they're like, but they're seeing what's working, and they're seeing like, hey, this thing is, it's something that they don't have to worry about. It's like almost semi-passive. You only have to do something once every week, once every 2 weeks. Like I do bi-weekly. So it's something I can sit, let's let chill. And then twice a month I can go in and mess with it. So I tell people about it. I don't know if I have anybody that's FOMO'd in. I think they've more FOMO'd into the token instead. I guess it could be a FOMO contract. I'm trying to think if people running into it to running the jump in. I don't know. I never thought of it that way before.
Yeah, we had Zach from DeFi Springs on last week, and I was telling him I think people would get really excited about futures if they had a dedicated chart on the website. So when you logged in under your wallet address, it told you your gains for futures, and you saw the chart, because the chart sells everything. Just like the elephant token, everyone FOMO'd into elephant token because the chart kept going up. You didn't have to say anything. You didn't have to convince people. You just showed them the chart. They got excited, bought in. So I feel like
a chart by on the
all right. So
like the Stu's calculators thing?
No, not quite. Do you have a Robinhood account?
I opened it up once, yeah, and then I found out it was not your crypto, not your keys thing, and then I stopped using it right away.
Sure.
But I did when I started. I tried it out real quick.
So basically, it just shows you just a chart like this.
Yeah, it shows you a graph chart of your, when as your money goes up and down, it shows you a ongoing graph chart. Yeah.
Yeah. So it looks like this, but instead of this tracking the token, it would track your own portfolio.
But with just futures only moving 200 a pop, does that really give you a nice chart to FOMO in?
I mean, we looked at
because it doesn't move much except once every couple of weeks.
Well,
it'll move like this, depending on how you adjust it. Look, we're mooning right now, but it's really not.
Right. I don't know. Maybe that would be an eye catcher to some people. I'm not sure.
I think it would be. I think that's why people got into Robinhood, why they use it over like Fidelity or one of those other stock portfolios.
That's why I got in. It was just for stock. I bought like one stock and then that was it.
It just looks user friendly. So if they can integrate something like that.
Now like that, and it's because it says it's 257 days their amount to get to 1 million or to max.
No, this is mine. This is Crypto Stu's futures tracker versus his calculator. This is the second thing that he put out. And so this is my actual wallet. So which I haven't updated it since last week, but my wallet has been active for 257 days. It shows my initial, which was 400. And then it shows how much I've added to it, which I think is 4,800.
So if they integrated something like that in the UI on the website,
this little picture right here was great. And if it said your initial deposit, but it says if you added bi-weekly, instead of the 257 days your wallet's been active, how long it would take you to get to your your whatever goal is.
Yeah, I know that Stu is working on a more user-friendly easy, where you just answer a couple questions and it kind of spits that out. And I think he's kind of taking his calculator and his tracker and combining it to one.
Nice.
That will be nice. I think if we can integrate that into the website, I think we'll get a lot more users.
Yeah. So you can also see here, Ed, where my cursor is. All these little X's are where I deposited.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So you can see, all my $200 deposits and how it's going up. In the beginning, I was, every week, but then as I hit certain levels, I started expanding it. so that I was actually compounding more. Like right here, I went to 2 weeks.
Gotcha.
And then here at the end, I'm at 3 weeks now.
Yeah, that would actually help. That and always seeing when your goal is going to be hit, the date or how many days until.
Yeah.
That always helps, because then when you add a little more money, you see the days shrinking and shrinking and shrinking. You're getting closer to that. How many days left until you reach your, goal? Helps people get excited as they're getting closer.
Here's a question for you, Ed from T Black.
No. And so you guys can, I said this before the thing, you guys can't see it very well, but I shaved my head with the skull shaver thing. And it works really well. Yeah, see, I've left it a little bit, but you see this right here. It was a bad day yesterday for me. I'm
What'd you do?
52 years old, and I was acting like I was 22 at Sunday brunch, and I said, let me see if I can do a handstand. And I went and did the handstand on the pole. As soon as I lift my body up, my hand fell off and my face went smack on the sidewalk. So this is a little busted up. So you get to see. I don't have the good camera like AG's got, so you don't get to see it all, but it's been pretty rough.
Just an iPhone.
Yeah.
What whiskey were you drinking on your Sunday afternoon?
I hadn't gotten there yet. So we were at brunch and we had unlimited
Four Rivers.
Oh, nice.
Four Roses. My bad.
yesterday was rough. So it was mimosas, messed my nose up. Then it was whiskey, and then I had to go home. So it was
Nice.
that was it. It was a rough day. So this is gonna be like this for a while. It's not broken, I don't think. It just cut it, and it is pretty bruised. But we'll see how it goes.
At least you don't have two black eyes.
No, I'm glad I don't. We'll see if this is a little sore here, so we'll see if that turns black and blue. But
yeah, good thing you're on the radio.
Oh man, nice. Yeah, I shave it every few days, and if I'm not going anywhere, I won't shave it all. Just let it just grow, and it'll be a mess, patchy everywhere. That's why I had to shave. It was getting patchy in spots where it wasn't looking cool anymore to do it. So I'm like, all right, let me just shave. And in the back was completely going bald. So there was pretty much nothing left. And I can't grow a cool shadow because it'll be a patch right here. So I'm not the lucky guy that gets to look like, Jason Statham or nothing like that.
Those are all tattoos anyway.
Right. I heard you can do that to make it look like it's a real beard.
I'm 35 years old, and I just started growing my peach fuzz. Took me that long.
I could actually grow that part. That I could do.
Can you?
But that's about it. This side's great. This side patchy. So whatever. I don't have to go to the beard store or anything like that. So that's good. I know it's making a ton of money though.
So Ed, what's the alpha? What's the next product that's that floated around in BT's brain?
I don't know if he's mentioned. Actually, something was mentioned that I'm not going to mention because that.
Oh man.
Somebody brought something up and he was like, "Oh." So.
Well, let's not talk about it.
Yeah.
How about
it wasn't something that I think is even gonna have this. You brainstorm things, and 99% of them don't even go any further. But somebody had mentioned something, and it gave us a thought.
Can you give us a hint?
It has 3 letters to it. That's
NFT?
about it. It hasn't even talked about again. It was mentioned like for 5 minutes, and then it wasn't brought up again. So that's why I think it was just floating stupid things out when we're looking for ideas. We get really crazy in there.
Did you think it was a good idea?
I don't know much about what it is, so I'm not good at being able to tell you. I'm not into all that kind of stuff. Really, a lot of people ask me some things about how this works. How do I feel that works? And I'm like, look, I know I've been on the admin side for a while, but I'm not the expert of the inner workings, the math. Like SK is really good at understanding stuff, and I can listen to it and I can understand, but I don't memorize it as much. So I'm always focused on, protecting your funds. I'm focused on marketing, promoting. But as far as the inner workings of every single piece of contract we have, I'm not the best at. So I don't always have a great answer for all the questions that sometimes can be out there.
How many bots and scammers do you think you kill a day?
Ooh, I wish I could show you my screen right now. I kick out a lot. I could easily kick out 20 a day if I focused on it. I think I kicked out at least 7 or 8 today. It was the same thing. It happens a lot. Like I'll go in, and there was one time, a lot of them I can just type in. I'll just type in the word admin, and I'll see how many fake accounts say admin. And sometimes it even says right next to it. Telegram will actually put a red sticker next to your name that says scam if they already kicked you. Already what do they call it? Already found
marked
you.
or tagged or something.
Yeah, they've tagged you. That's what I meant. Trying to tag you, and it happens a lot. Just you can't see it from. Let me see if I can get on the bad accounts, the removed names for. I don't know if you can see.
So
I don't think you can. No, you can't see.
oh yeah,
Exact names.
You can see. Yeah.
Yeah. See.
So Ed, if they change the name, can they come back in, or is it?
Yeah, you can. I think you delete and change again. See how many accounts are deleted accounts?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are deleted. Jed actually deleted some of those. And those are ones that they probably were in a bunch of different chat rooms, and they saw they got booted, and Telegram said, okay, we're deleting your account, or they deleted it. Because they boot you that your account's deleted as well. So there's both ends of it. If they're bots, they're probably deleted.
So let me tell you what happened today. I get on Telegram, and I'm like, I'm going to send you a message and say, hey, what's up? We're going to go live probably around 8:30 today. And I couldn't find you on the main chat because I guess you've been out of it for at least 24 hours, I'm assuming, when I got on. So I'm like, this is crazy. I can't find them. So I go in my search bar and I type in ThorGod Ed, and boom, there you are. You popped up, and I had you blocked for some reason. I'm like, why would I have him blocked? So I unblocked you. I'm like, hey man, we're going live at 8:30. And then I realized, I'm like, why does he have 2 H's in his name? Ah, damn it. I'm like, I just unblocked one of those scammers.
How that makes no sense. How would you try to copy an account and make it spell the name completely wrong? I mean, 2 H's.
It was crazy. It had 2 H's in it. I'm like, this is
what's crazy to me is how many times everybody in chat says there's no free airdrops. We're not going to message you unless we tag you in the main chat. And it seems like Discord, everybody comes over to woe is me. And we're like, man, like somebody was in Discord today and said, hey, I got this warning, about logging onto the group. It said malicious site. And I said, well, that's not even the elephant site. Like that's elephant.something.com. I'm like, he's like, well, I had it bookmarked. I'm like, well, I hope you didn't connect to that. I said it's elephant.money. That's it. There's no other sites. There's no, we're not sending you somewhere else. We're not telling you to connect to anything. So luckily he backed out, but I was just like, it's crazy to me.
No matter how many times we say it, people keep continuing to just to do it. It's tough to get everybody to not do it, and they're finding more and more ways each time to do it. So it's kind of got my dog in here. Come here. Like now they're coming up with thing where you can. It's how they'll be like, hey, who's the admin? Who should I contact? I want to get you guys. I want to do an AMA with you guys. Who do I contact? And somebody put just tag, and it'll be at bank teller. Well, now they're actually you'll find scammers do the at bank teller, but that'll be the wrong one. You click on that one in the chat that you think is the real BT, and they're taking you another BT. So you got to actually watch when somebody actually puts bank teller's name in there with the at symbol and it turns blue. I actually have to click on it, look at it to see if that's the real BT, to make sure it's not some random guy trying to get you to really quickly, because they'll do it really quickly.
That's sneaky.
5 minutes, and then they'll delete the post just because they know they're going to be caught. So it's a quick little hoping that person that just asked clicks the name, give them 2 minutes, and then delete the post. They've already clicked the name. They've already sent the fake BT a message. So there's a million ways they're trying to get to you right now, especially when we're getting bigger. They're going to keep
that's coming.
It's crazy. it's hard to stay safe, especially with people that are brand new to crypto. It's just
Yeah.
hard. It's really hard. There's no easy way to keep people except keep reminding them and reminding them. That's the only way to really do it.
So has BT mentioned anything about an easier way of onboarding people, like a direct fiat to the website?
No,
Like,
I thought we brought that up one time, and he was like, "No, I don't want to do it that way." I forgot what the reason was. Was some kind of regulation? Maybe there was. I thought there was something where we were not, unless he may have changed his mind over recent time. I thought it was never going to be straight fiat um, into Elephant. I thought he had mentioned something about it. Like it was a while ago. I thought it was during one of his Telegram voice chats too. I thought somebody asked him and said that.
yeah, I can see that, but I didn't know if you used a third party like MoonPay, and so all the
Well, we
liability is on
Well,
them.
Well, is
Wasn't
it Bog? I mean, Bog you can buy and sell Elephant, right? Or we not
Bog?
I don't
Bog
think so.
Finance?
No, did he have MoonPay on there before? We had something on there, but it was more of a. It was what was the name of that site? He had something on there, but I thought you were talking direct. I thought we were partnered with somebody when we first started, but I don't remember who it was.
Yeah, I thought it was Bog, Bogged, Bogged.
What happened to it?
I thought it's still on the website, is it not?
Where you can buy
I thought
B&B right off the website?
I thought AG was right. I thought it was MoonPay that he originally had on there a while back.
I use Binance.us and it's easy peasy for me.
Yeah,
Well-
I'm just most of the people that I know they're not even in crypto, and I'm just trying to get them into it, and it's the
Well,
easiest way.
What's this thing now with Cash App? And
Cash App is awesome.
Are you able to
Yeah.
get that way in?
We're gonna put a video out here shortly of how to buy Elephant using Cash App.
Yeah, the other problem with Cash App is I don't think it's expensive, but if you're doing lower amounts, it's like 2%.
Well, look, the only thing somebody asked, I was talking to. Oh, I met one of the herd members over the weekend, Crypto Flyer. He came down here
Oh, nice.
to Miami, flew in, and we met up. And he had a question about getting people in from fiat, and he's like, "What is your way in right now?" And I said, "Really, the only way in is you have to find a place that I know that." He said Venmo. Is it Venmo that's starting to be able to do it too?
Oh, that's interesting.
I think
Yeah.
Venmo lets you do like Cash App does. And,
Well, Venmo is owned by PayPal, and PayPal is now into crypto.
I told him I use a crypto ATM near me, but like,
Really? At the gas station?
Yeah, or mine's in a liquor store. But there's a handful of them around here, and the fees though are kind of high, but there's no
Very
KYC. If you go over $900, yeah, there's going to be some KYC. Under 900, no, you can do it as many times as you want. But in 24 hours, it's under 900, like for that. But if I was to put $100 in, I think by the time I get from the ATM, and it's not going to be near Elephant, you're buying Bitcoin or Ethereum, and then you got to bridge it. So now there's a fee for that. So the $100 ends up being like 70. That's how much they take, and that's like kind of, it's
Gotcha.
quick, but it's just the fees are up there, man. So
we got someone that just joined the chat. It's one of my coworkers. Her name's Georgia. I told her that I was going to be interviewing you tonight, and she goes, "Is that Joe Rogan?" I was like,
oh,
"No."
geez.
I was like, "No, that's not Joe Rogan."
I don't go to the gym as much as he does for sure. That's funny.
I'm like, not every bald man is famous. All right.
I wish I had my Kenny Chesney hat here. You'd see it a little easier, but I don't. It's out in the car. That's funny.
So Ed, what's your favorite part of the Elephant ecosystem?
I think the token itself is still my favorite. I mean, futures is growing on me. I still have but my account's not as big as my Stampede account. So maybe that's why it's not grown on me yet. But I know my futures account grows. It's going to be my favorite because I know that is like, I have a set time where it's going to hit that goal I'm waiting for. I cannot wait to get that out. And, I'm waiting I have a birthday a few years down the road, and I'm going to have it ready to just do whatever I want with it, man. But elephant token is still always my favorite part of the ecosystem, just because I don't mind watching the ups and downs. It doesn't bother me at all. It doesn't stress me out or anything like that. So I like watching it. And the best part is I know it's a set amount of tokens, and that's it. There's only a set. So that's the best part. It's like every time somebody buys or sells, I'm in a good mood because I know it's just getting better and better.
So what is your strategy? Like, do you have not an exit plan, but like what is your strategy for living off the elephant?
I don't think I've ever put that in perspective yet. I think the thoughts I've had in my head are, I have Stampede, I have futures. I know they're going to get me in about 3 years where I want to be to, claim those out. Stampede may be a little longer, depending on when that gets back to peg, but at least futures will be. And I have elephant as the backup. That is always my side money, my main bag that's there, and I don't have to worry about it because the futures will take care of everything right now. And when that gets to where it'll be, to where I can claim redeposit, by that time, which will be in about 3 years or so, elephant token is going to be moving, but I still don't need to touch it. So my strategy is leave that for last. Just always work with futures, work with your Stampede. So technically, since they're going to pay out about the same down the road, I have 2 wallets that are going to be able to take care of me for quite a while. And then I can keep leaving the futures. I mean, my elephant token, letting it sit as long as I possibly can.
So are you going to be taking profits on the way up, or are you waiting until a certain price point?
There's no price point that I've ever thought of at the moment that I'm going to. Before we had futures and all the other contracts, maybe I had a price point then, but now I don't have to worry about it anymore. I don't have a price point where I can take anything out unless I need it, unless I'm making enough in my reflections value-wise to where I can use some of that to start another futures account. Maybe I would try that. But I think between futures and Stampede, I won't need to take any money out for anything unless I need to rent a private jet or something, or I need a lump sum.
Do you still BCA it?
There you go, Georgia. No, last time I bought elephant was probably last year, because all the money I've been using is for futures and the NFTs. So I haven't really DCA'd much. I was happy with my bag for elephant, but I did buy my friend's kid turned 1 last year. So I got him. He has 700 million elephant in a wallet. So he's
nice.
Every year I'm Christmas, I'll tell him that I don't know if you've seen my photo or heard me talk about it, but I put it on the thumb drive in a box that says, Colton, do not open until Christmas 2039, when he'll be 18.
Nice.
So he'll open it up. The thumb drive says the wallet address, the password, and then wherever it is, and however many reflections he gets by then, and however the token's worth in 2039, pretty sure he'll be pretty happy. So that's pretty cool.
That's what I did. I ended up buying 1 BNB worth of elephant for my son, and I think it came out to like 2 billion tokens.
Nice.
And I told him he's 12, and so I told him he can't sell it until close to graduation.
Yeah, perfect graduation.
We'll see what it is. Hopefully, it'll pay for his college. I don't know.
It's in 6 years. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that'll be. Maybe want to pay for it. So I'm trying to think. I thought maybe a couple months ago I bought a couple hundred more, but I just can't remember the last purchase I made for the elephant token. I keep trying to save it for the NFTs and my futures account. So I've been trying to have a backup, trying to save my 200 things here all the way up.
So do you have a farms? Do you have anything invested in farms?
I have no farms whatsoever because I don't have any other tokens. I did a while back, but I'm like, I got out of everything. I was on the Solana side. A lot of people in Elephant are from that side. So
I'm surprised there's no Solana tokens in farms.
But do we have a Solana?
No, we don't. I'm surprised now that you mentioned that.
Maybe
you think that's something that BT can add before he throws away the keys?
It'd be nice to add a couple more. I mean, I don't think it would hurt to add any more, just to any of the other popular ones that are not on there now. I don't even know what ones we are currently missing that we could be having on there besides that one.
Yeah, the rumor was he was going to get rid of farms, and I was like, no, do not get rid of farms because it's part of my strategy.
Is
do not.
how much is Farms helping Bertha? Not at all.
So it's not at the moment, but it will. So what people don't understand, which I'm hoping BT understands, is that once we get back to peg Stampede, in order to use farms, you got to print not Stampede, trunk. You got to print trunk tokens. So you'd have to mint that in order to stake it. And minting at 100% back elephant token for a trunk is going to boost the price up. And on top of that, I think right now adding your funds to it, like your Bitcoin, your Ethereum, that also helps the TVL, total locked value, and gets people's eyeballs on the protocol. But in the future, it's gonna pay back trunk, but people are have to mint trunk to use it. So it will be worth it, in my opinion. I'm not an expert.
And I think the point is, I know a lot of people still want to hold. They just don't want to get rid of their blue chips or some of the other ones. And they still want to have it and be able to have both. Making some money off of the ones they still want to hold on to is always a good thing.
Yeah. Do you think they should get rid of it?
If any money's coming in the ecosystem, I'm all for keeping it.
Why are you shaking your head?
Because I think it does add undue liabilities at the moment. So
Well,
I think
in the future, it's going to be good.
Right, in the future, but right now people are. Don't get me wrong. I had a huge farm for a long time, but I think at this point, with people locking up really cheap trunk, which I think was kind of the reason as well that farms were introduced, was to try to lock some trunk up. I just think that well, you know what? It really depends on what the APRs are going to be in the future.
Yeah.
So we know that those are going to come down. So that's really going to be the big thing. Because I do exactly what you said. When people are minting trunk to put into the farms, then that's 100% going to Bertha. Then it's a huge favor.
Yeah, and it takes it off the market too. You're minting it and then taking it out of the
yeah, you're locking it back.
Locking it up. Yeah. So it's a win-win.
Not now.
Not now, but I mean, you can take advantage of it right now.
Yeah, but I don't think that it's being utilized. I don't think that it's a huge drain on the system either at the moment.
No.
I have not taken advantage of any of the cheap trunk. I should be, and I'm not, because once it's back to normal, I'm going to need a lot of trunk to redeposit into my Stampede.
Yeah,
and I don't want to be doing that at $200 pop.
Yeah, you should really DCA and just throw it into Trumpet, because Trumpet is the dark horse, I think. And that's what I did. I killed my farm, and all the trunk that was in my farm went into Trumpet. And then because I was farming B&B, and then all of the B&B went to NFTs. So in my mind, it was a win-win. I picked up NFTs with B&B I already had, and then I think Trumpet's up like 30% since I put that in there. So.
Well, that's what I love about Elephant, because there's so many different strategies that you can do. Oh, it's amazing, man. I love it. Like, so I was this close from getting rid of my farm so I could buy more elephant tokens, but I'm like, no. The elephant play is right now. I gotta think 3 steps ahead. What is it going to be like next year and the year after that? So I'm trying to be more diversified. So, I'm not ashamed of what I got going on. So I've got 25 NFTs, which that was never my original plan, but this guy talked me into it over here. Where you at?
Crazy.
Yeah, he talked me into it. I mean, round 1, so
you had to.
I had to do it. Do it.
What were you waiting? What do you wait for before you claim it out and put it into your wallet to get reflections?
So I do 1 month. So the first of every month, I'll deposit. I'll claim all my rewards and then start it over again.
Okay.
So I got a bunch of NFTs, and then the farms are a big play for me. So once we get back to peg, I'm hoping to make about $3,000 per month off of my farms. And what that's going to do is that's going to be able to feed my Stampede and my futures.
Yeah.
And then grow that. So the hope is that I don't have to sell any elephant token.
Mm-hmm.
And if I do, it'll be from my NFTs and not from my actual bag. And I can just, as of right now, I'm making about 3 billion elephant tokens per year, but we'll see what that, if that changes. That probably will go down once we get more, minted NFTs staked. But that's my strategy. Is the farms is big, man. This guy keeps talking me out of it. I was this close from selling everything, but I'm like, no. This is going to help me in the long run.
Well, you're stacked up with a lot of stuff too. You have 25 NFTs. I'm sure you have a big elephant bag, so you're able to do something like that with your farm. Some might not have a lot in the main areas of elephant right now, and to have to dump the farms just to get bigger.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's
this guy sold a house.
I think what we've always preached elephant first, and because that is the asset, and that's what's going to go up first. And we were lucky because of the exploit.
Yeah.
The exploit, as bad as it was, I remember before the exploit, my goal was 10 billion, and I was far from that. Like I was like,
I think 6 billion. Yeah.
So,
we were doing it together.
Yeah, and because at that time reflections were about 5% a year, so we did the math, and we're like, okay, well, between price appreciation and things and reflections, 10 billion will, be a decent, a decent.
I gotta get to a charger here. Wow, I had 90% when I started. Now I'm down to thing almost shutting off.
Right. So, DeFi Springs in the house.
DeFi Springs, what's going on, Zach?
So after the exploit, we went to a much higher goal, and it was funny because we kind of, every time one of us was a little bit higher, the other one would have to get higher. So
yeah, it was an unspoken competition. We didn't really plan on it, but he would be like, "Oh man, I got to 6 billion." I'm like, "Oh, okay, I think I could get to 6 billion too." So then we'd go back and forth with each other.
Nice.
That's pretty cool, man. You have some competition with each other. I'm still nowhere near the top.
And for all you guys that are tuning in or just getting into elephant money, we got in at a higher price point. I think my first elephant purchase was 45 cents per million.
Yeah.
I think we were, at least me, I was at 6 billion tokens trying to get to 10 billion. And then the exploit happened. And I took a gamble, I took a leap, and I was like, you know what? Within the first hour or less, when the exploit happened, I decided to sell my Cardano that I had at the time and buy more. I bought it like $1,000 more, and it like put me up to 20 billion tokens. And I was at 6, and I had like less money put. And I was like super excited. I'm like, this thing's going back. It's going. But funny story. I was trying to onboard another guy. His name's Matt, and I'm telling him about it for like probably a week straight. And he's like, "Okay, let me see it." So I'm there. It's probably like around noon. I pull out my phone. I'm like, "Look at this, man. The chart just keeps going up," and all of a sudden it tanks. Like right there, while I got my phone in my hand. And he goes, "Whoa, is that supposed to happen?" And I'm like, I don't know. And just to try to prove a point to him, I was like, "I'll buy some more." And I think it was the best decision of my life.
Well, that's what I was telling, AG, is when PT put that first voicemail out. That's what rings in my ear is this is the greatest buying opportunity of your life. Mm-hmm. He's like the system. Like we're shoring it up. There's no, we've seen what happened. We saw the proof of concept. And we'll get back there. So, ever since then, I just DCA'd every week, every 2 weeks, whatever it was. Sell a house, DCA in.
It's good.
He really did sell a house.
You know what? Money Man had some properties he sold too, and he put his money right in the elephant as soon as he could.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Talking about our onboarding, that was my nightmare. Is the cost of doing business. it didn't cost me a lot to get it in, just cost me time. And that was in August when we were going up 2 and 3% a day. So, I tried to go the Robinhood way, and that was a learn, that was a painful lesson. Actually, one of the easiest way, if you're trying to unload big money, is use a broker. So, like, I used a broker through Australia once, but you have to buy at least $2,000 at a time.
We should ask Moneyman. Is Moneyman still here? Are you still here, Moneyman?
Moneyman, how did you get your money in?
Yeah. How'd you get your B&B? If you don't mind us asking.
If he's still here, I'll let him answer. I do know how he onboarded. I knew how he moved it over. See if he'll answer. Say anything. Because it's crazy to onboard and bridge it to something that we can actually use because we can't.
Yeah. So you said you use a Bitcoin ATM at the liquor store.
Yeah. They're in gas stations, liquor stores, you name it. They're in some side place.
Yeah. Well, I use Robinhood. So what I'll do is I'll use Robinhood. I add funds to that, buy USDC, and then move the USDC to my wallet. And from my wallet, I'll swap it out inside the wallet app to BNB. And then
that's a good thing too, Ed. I don't know. We just discovered we've been using SafePal wallet versus Rabby because SafePal allows you to do mobile.
Yeah, I love SafePal.
There's an exchange in the wallet that is super cheap. So, and the wallet will hold anything. So if you just do BTC to your wallet, then you can exchange for BNB, USDC.
Anything.
Yeah, anything.
It's Binance, I think. So SafePal.
Binance Labs, yeah.
Yeah. Binance has a little piece into it, and dude, I think it's better than the Rabby wallet, in my opinion. Everyone's promoting the Rabby wallet, but
I love it. Yeah, Rabby's great for me.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure it's a great wallet. I don't think it has all the features as SafePal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I just like it because it's less glitchy than MetaMask, so that's why I've been using it. And
MetaMask is
connecting
horrible.
a lot better.
Yeah, I've been preaching, trying to get everybody that comes in is like, I have a problem with my wallet. I'm like, is it MetaMask? Yes, get rid of MetaMask.
So Moneyman, he's saying he used Gemini.
Yes, I knew he used that, and he said, it's Synapse. I've not used Synapse to bridge anything yet, but it's scary because you're sending a lot of money somewhere, and they put you on that hold to verify your account, and you're just scared you're not going to get it back, and then you get it, and it's like, okay, finally, makes you feel better.
Do I use SafePal? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, they don't. They also. I was going to say that the app doesn't hold your seed phrase.
Yeah.
So once you add it in, it's not like what's it called? MetaMask, where it holds your seed phrase. It's not like that.
Okay.
SafePal also has a hardware wallet that's pretty reasonable. I think it was like $80.
Mm-hmm. I don't use that though. I just use the mobile app, and it's got Binance built into it. So, and you know how everyone's talking about the bridges, how people can scam you if you get the wrong bridge. Well, SafePal has a bridge built into it, so you're using it's all in one.
Yeah. When you exchange in wallet, it uses three different gives you three different options. 1 inch is one of them. Yeah,
and it's pretty cool because it only charges you $1. Doesn't matter the amount. It's only $1 to bridge something. So like today, before we did the live stream, I bridged $500 of USDT on the Solana network over to the Binance Smart Chain. It only cost me $1. And so after this call, I'm going to be putting $200 into my futures, and then the rest is going into Elephant. That's my plan.
Sorry, I'm moving around on you guys. Had to get my charger all set up.
It's all right. It's all right.
Well, we appreciate you hanging out with us, Ed. Ed, what's your whiskey of choice?
Well, whatever's cheap of the day, whatever's on sale this week, or your guys are in Florida, so you're wearing Publix. So if I see any good deals at the Publix liquor store, I'm grabbing it. Most of the time it's Bullet. is in the Bullet Buffalo Trace.
Buffalo Trace. I like
Yeah.
that. Do you drink it straight or do you mix it?
At home, it's more like maybe a little bit of water.
Mhm.
Once in a while, ginger ale. I'll make an old fashioned at home every so often too.
That's too much work for me.
It's actually a lot simpler once you get used to it and you make it enough. It's just stir, drink, and
Yeah.
there you go. You do it with your eyes closed after a while.
Have you tried Four Roses?
I have tried Four Roses.
Oh
I've
man,
tried
I love that one.
almost all of them. I got about 4 bottles of Blanton sitting here that I haven't opened because I was trying to get the alphabet of them all first before I ever do anything with them.
Yeah.
I think I just finished my Blantons was the last thing I had. Yeah. So I don't have any open bottles right now.
I like
I
the
think-
idea of whiskey, but
Can't do it.
Yeah, you gotta get used to it. So I like mixing mine with Coke.
Oh,
It's
all right.
cheating way, but hey, I like it. You know,
Hey,
I was told whiskey is best drunk by however you prefer it. So it doesn't
Right.
matter, you know.
well,
I
some of them,
prefer
they're
Coke.
like, if they're really good, they're like, don't put anything in it. Just drink it the way it is. Don't ruin it
Mhm.
by, you want to have its flavor,
Yeah.
not add something to it and change it. But some people like it the way I like it.
Yeah. I do 2 shots. I buy this small can of Coke. It's like 8 ounces.
Yes.
And then I do 2 shots and then that, and it's like a perfect mixture. And it's delicious.
Keeps your soda from going flat later from not using the whole can unless you want to drink it all in one night.
Yeah, that's right. Well,
But I
8
plan
ounces
on
ain't.
hopefully having trying to make a room for all my bourbon, but hopefully have some kind of elephant logo or something in here to make it look cool.
nice.
That'd be kind of cool to have as well.
I think when we go to Vegas, we should do a live show in like a bourbon drinking or cigar room. Have some
that'd be
bourbon.
cool.
That'd be pretty cool.
As long as they have vodka.
We'll bring a bottle for you. Don't worry.
Nice.
We'll get your smearing off, whatever it
Hey,
is.
hey, a gold one makes some good Sprite and vodka.
Oh,
he would bring
really?
that- yeah, he would bring that to the. What do you call that? Is there a special name for that?
No.
Just
He-
Sprite and vodka.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he and Sprite Zero, especially if you don't like sugar, with lime is pretty straight.
We would be at the baseball field, and he would come walking up with Yeti cups. Like, here you go, have some of this. It's like 8 o'clock in the morning, but man, it was delicious.
There isn't
There we go. There we go.
every parent I know that has kids at the Little League game, they already have a cup. They're already, no matter how early it is, that cup is already gone.
Yeah.
If there's a
Early
tournament
morning.
going on, oh man, it's a long day.
Listen, I didn't
Mimosas.
get home until 1 o'clock this morning from a baseball tournament.
Jesus.
The championship was at 8:30 last night in Alabama.
Oh
Oh,
my
damn.
gosh. How long of a drive was that
2 hours and 15 minutes.
from where you're at?
Oh,
That's
okay.
not too bad.
Yeah, it's not-
We were in
it
Sanford,
is when
so that was about
it-
2 hour drive for us.
it is when the championship was at 8:30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So did you guys win?
We did not. We didn't win the championship. So-
Well, at least you made it to the championship. We got our asses handed to us.
Yeah, the team was good. We hit, but we hit right at them. They hit and they hit gaps, and that's just the way it went. So
You should. I've gone to some of the Little League games around here, and the kids around here seem to be total different size kids than the ones I see in North Florida. They're like bigger,
yeah,
thicker
Yeah.
guys. They all worked in a cornfield or something like that. And the kids down here are like some fast, skinny hitters. And like, I know it's Little League, but still,
Yeah.
it's totally different size people and crazy.
yeah. Logan hit a home run in the championship. About
Oh,
235.
235. Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a good hit.
That's cool. Wait till the team sponsored with elephant on their jerseys or something,
I
man.
know, that'd be awesome.
There we go. Yeah.
Yeah.
That we need to get a logo. We need to get some bumper stickers.
We actually, AG and I talked about that because up here the big thing is stickers on like poles in Publix parking lot. So like all the little like surf stickers or something. So it would be great to just throw elephant. And actually, I'm going on a cruise in about 4 weeks, and rubber ducks are a big thing on cruises.
Really?
So I was
Oh,
so I was going to try to get some rubber elephants with little
Oh,
with little stickers on it. and
You know
throw
what
them
we
around.
should do? We should do an elephant cruise.
We should.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool.
Cool. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
I've only been on a cruise like twice. I know I live in Florida, but I've only been on one twice. I don't go on them that often.
It's so easy, man. You don't have to worry about cooking or running a hotel or anything. It's right there. Entertainment and everything.
Mm-hmm. I'll be at the casino. See you guys in there.
Yeah, we cruise a lot actually.
We have a couple, the Fort Lauderdale and the Miami ports obviously have ships going on both of those. But I've only been on one a couple. Oh, Money Man is diehard cruises. He loves those.
Nice.
Is he?
He's going.
I think we should do that. Let's put that in the admin.
Ed, your family owns charter boats, right? How many people can we get on one of your boats?
So those boat things are a little bit pricey, and they're not. So there's a couple different kinds that I handle a lot of the sailing ones, the catamarans and stuff like that. So those are the ones that are rented for like a week, that you can either have somebody skipper them for you, or you are actually a skipper, so you can just take it out and you just have your own catamaran. They're usually 4-bedroom catamarans, 3-bedroom, and you just have it for a week and go wherever you want. And now we have the regular party boats that I've already talked to BT about in case we did have a party down here. But those are the ones you rent for like 4 hours. And then you just go out around the downtown intercoastal waterway in Miami and you come back. And those are a bit pricey depending on how many people you have. Because usually they charge you per person. So yeah, I could kick out my commission and not have to worry about that. That's fine. So you just get what we need to owe the boat, but it's still a lot. It's still not very cheap. You know, those are the kinds of ones you have weddings on, meetings on, holiday parties on, stuff like that. You can have as much as 15, 20 people up to like 500, depending on which boat you want to choose from. And then you have the regular mega yachts that, like, sometimes you see me show you in my video in the mornings every day where those yachts are. Those are the people that they're rich. They have boats. They use them 2 weeks out of the year and nothing else. And they charter them out. And those are costing like about $200,000 for a week. Like if you ever watch the show Below Deck, that's what I do. I get those clients onto the boat. My job is I'm the middleman for the boat. And
so do you think you'll be able to own one of those boats here in a few years?
No, never own one, but definitely would definitely want rent them. Yeah, definitely would charter them. But never own. I was thinking like $60 million, but charter them for a week, I'd be happy to do that. I just don't want to do the Below Deck TV show. That's all.
Yeah, I actually like that show. I've watched a few episodes.
I'm not
drama filled
drama reality shows, and I know they're doing stuff on purpose because the camera's rolling. So I kind of like, what? I don't want to. Never mind. Go back, clean the boat.
So Ed, what can AG and I do to push the message more? What kind of advice would you give us?
On your show here, or you mean out in person?
Just in general. Yeah, like I said, this is episode 6, so we have a lot of improving to do.
I'm still trying to push all the content creators, get us more onboarding videos. They need to start. How do they start from cash to get on in to Elephant, from whether it's the wallet, whether it's one of the Coinbase, or maybe it's, you said, the Cash App, whatever, SafePal, whatever it is, any way they can to onboard. We need more and more videos, because I can't tell you how many we have not seen in the chat posted. Everybody wants to make a video about the charts and how cool NFTs are, how cool Stampede is, but those are for people that are already in crypto and they already have money. So we need some more easy videos for people to learn. Yeah, because once you make them for them, they can show the videos to other people too. So,
have you seen the video that I made with Robinhood?
I did not.
You need to go check it out, man.
Did you just make it, or you've had it on your?
No, how long have we made it? It's probably been about 4 weeks ago.
Okay, I've slacked and watching a lot of videos.
Yeah, it was pinned. I think BT pinned it in the main chat, but I did it off of Robinhood because I feel like that's pretty easy for newcomers to use Robinhood.
How long was the video?
7 minutes.
Oh, jeez.
No, I think it was 7 with some music.
Yeah, and then if you are making those onboarding videos, I would hope no onboarding video should ever not have the security and safety about keeping
Mhm.
your funds safe on there. Can't just teach people how to get there and then not realize that everybody sending you a direct message is about to scam you. So that without that, I'll never know.
I think that was one thing that we as a community kind of failed at on that last run up, was not like, I knew that if just people sold them to the LPs, the price would drop. But I was, because I spend a lot of time in Discord trying to answer questions, and to me, it was a surprise how many people didn't understand that. And so I don't think that we explained how the LPs hold the money and things like that. I think it was all a big push about to get Bertha up, and it's always up, which it is for Bertha. So like, I understand the underlying, math behind it, that yes, Bertha is always going up and she's hardening the floor. Anything above the floor is human nature. So, I think that was something that we've done really good in the last 2 weeks as a community
They have to understand how things really work. I mean, you can show them the onboarding stuff, but they need to understand that, guess what? There are people that have been here a long time. They've been here since the very beginning. They've made multiple X's already. They do want to take some profit, so they're allowed to. And guess what? They don't have $100 in and they've made it up to 1,000 and now they're claiming. No, they've got lots of money in, but not unlike most ecosystems that those people that do claim, everything's going to keep dropping. We don't, like you said, Bertha's getting stronger, but people need to know that there are people that do have a lot of tokens and they do want to take some money. So, and they're going to be one of those people too one day. And so the effect will get less and less as Bertha keeps growing. So that's even better.
Leonard's futures whale in the house.
What would you what would you
whale? Both, I guess it's the same thing. Yeah.
Well, what would you consider a future whale or futures whale? Do you think anything over 10 grand? 20 grand?
No, not yet. I would say over 100 grand, you're a whale already.
Yeah,
I think I put something out a while back how I thought how big of an elephant you were. You were either an elephant, a mastodon, a stegodon, depending on your elephant bag. I think mastodon is bigger than a stegodon. And then, I think a mammoth's bigger than all the elephants. So you have mammoth money if you were like over $1 trillion, I think. I think we call the NFT holders stegodons. We went through the whole little spiel, what kind of elephant you were. But, over 10 is good. 10 billion is always good, for sure.
Leonard, BT did talk about an app for iPhone and Android in his 4-hour live stream last week.
Yeah, so I did not listen to that yet. I got through 45 minutes and I had to stop. So
you can just watch our show from last week and we sum it up for you.
Yeah. That's why I was going to fast forward through some of it.
He is a beast.
To go 4 hours is crazy. Did anybody talk on there or just him?
I mean,
someone
3:30 was him.
I didn't know if he was answering questions and stuff, or he just talking.
He did right at the end, but he was 3 hours before anybody else did anything other than the random D-bag.
Yeah, there was like one or two trolls in the message.
Always.
Yeah,
that's
it
right.
cracked me up. I thought I wasn't expecting. I'm sitting there all listening, and I'm like, wow, this is really good stuff. And then all of a sudden there was a fuck you, BT. I was like, what? This is crazy. And then there was a futures as a scam. It's unsustainable. I'm like, you can't just throw that out without having,
Yeah, what's your evidence?
Yeah, what is your evidence on that?
I feel bad for their families, for the people that, their parents probably like, dude, whatever happened to you?
They're just, I don't know.
There's type of people will always be that way in their life.
We have
more successful than they will.
Yeah, we have a guy that follows our channel. That's his YouTube name is Elephant Slayer, and he claims to have sold 400 billion tokens on the last sell-off just to screw with the price and get everyone scared.
And
like,
guess what?
Why would you do that?
Okay, it's like a mosquito bite on my left toe. What's that going to really do? Nobody cares. Sell
that's
it, take your profit. That's fine. And guess what? Look where we are now. Who cares?
Filthy mouth.
Filthy
Leonard, do you have any
mouth.
specific questions about onboarding we can help with? Like the easiest way to get money is through Cash App, in my opinion, because you can get onto Cash App fairly quickly. The fees are really reasonable compared to a lot of things. I use Binance.us, which most states allow. I live in Florida, which is one of the more stricter ones, and I can use Binance.us. But if not, if you use SafePal Wallet, you can take your BTC, your Bitcoin, straight from Cash App into your SafePal Wallet, and then you can use the in-app exchange, and it's super easy.
Yeah, I think SafePal is the way to go. We should promote that more. We might make a video on how to use SafePal. I mean, because
It's on my list.
Is it? Okay. I mean, it's backed by Binance, so we're not backed by it, but
Well, it was
Binance
developed by
Wallet.
Binance Labs, which was, I think, sponsored by Binance.
Mhm. So does anyone have any questions in the chat? Any other
think-
questions?
George is going to wash your mouth out at work tomorrow.
Probably. She's going to give me a hard time.
Where do you guys? How often do you do your show?
Every Monday night at 8:30.
Yeah.
You're going to come back on? Or did I scare you away with my filthy mouth?
No, you didn't scare me away. You were good. We have to have a show we can just bleep everything, like Ozzy Osbourne show, the Osbournes.
Hey, everybody.
It's funny when I can't understand a word he is saying when he's talking, but when he sings, you understand everything he's saying.
It's so
Yeah.
crazy. I always thought that.
And I
That's
think
so
they
weird.
tried to do a show one time where they didn't bleep anything, and they just let it go. And I was like, it's not funny anymore. The bleeping
cannot-
actually made it funny.
Yeah.
Did you ever watch the Ultimate Fighter series?
No.
Okay, so they have it's kind of reality for the fighters or whatnot. Well, at one point in time, they had some of the guys from England come over and was in the house, and they had subtitles. And so one of the guys in the house is like, "What language are you speaking?" And he's like, "I'm fucking speaking English." And they have it all, and they have it literally subtitled.
Listen, some of those British accents I can't understand.
It's so funny.
What was that one movie with Brad Pitt? The Gypsy one. I couldn't understand anything they were saying in that back in the day. I forgot the name of that movie. But I had to have the subtitle. So I used to watch Peaky Blinders, and I actually had to put the subtitles on because they were getting a little too strong. I'm like, what did you just say? And I didn't know what a couple words meant over there. So awesome show, but it took me a long time to get the dialect in my brain.
Man, feeling the hate again this week. I have to get a new camera next week.
Yeah. What do you think about Goldwyn's, setup?
Actually, I don't even know which camera I'm using today.
This camera's
Yeah.
probably better than mine. I'm just using my my MacBook camera.
Yeah, I thought this week I was going to use I think I'm using my actual laptop and not my. I'm using my laptop. I just have my light on.
All the guys, everyone that's watching, put in the chat. Do you think Goldwyn should comb his hair next time?
I did. Listen, I did. I even cut my hair. Look, I cut my hair for the show. I did. This
He was
for
like-
the show.
He was like, "Oh, it's just Ed coming on the show. I don't need it. I don't need
Right.
to look good."
I didn't wear a hat. This is the first time I didn't wear a hat.
He's
On the
just
show.
showing off because he has hair. That's why I didn't. He was like, I don't have to do anything.
Yeah.
Listen, my kid called me out. He's like, "Why is your hair so thin?" I was like, "Jesus."
Whoa. This is my real background.
It doesn't look like it. Looks fake.
It's not.
What are you talking about?
Your hand had shadows through the whole bookcase just there.
Yeah.
I'm
That's
in like
funny.
a spare bedroom, so nothing looks nice. It's got ugly colored paint on the wall. So I'm like, you guys have any questions that you wanted to ask other than?
No, we appreciate your time, Ed.
Yeah, man, it's good times here.
Thanks for coming on. Just two dudes plus you,
Yeah.
so three dudes chit chatting.
Yeah, I'm not cool enough to have a hammer. Just
We're
a
not
big
even one of the Avengers yet. We need a reboot. Maybe we'll make the end game version.
You're one of the characters. It's just one of those when everybody was fighting that you're just one of the ones back there
Or just one.
somewhere. We just got to figure out which one you are.
One of the
Not one of the core.
yeah.
It's people either like me or hate me. If they hate me, they probably shouldn't even be in Telegram in the first place because they're acting like clowns. So that's how it is when you don't follow simple rules.
Listen, what did they say? There's no bad publicity.
Oh, publicity is publicity.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ed, are you going to be able to get into the elephant songs on the radio?
Yeah.
Will you request them?
What elephant songs?
Like the ones that Layla's been putting out? Have you heard those yet?
I heard a minute of I might have heard one and I did not hear. I've been really bad in the Telegram over the past week, man. I took a break the weekend before. This weekend I was just busy, and I've been jumping in real quick, seeing if I need to do anything, and then jumping back out just to get out for a little bit. So I've really slacked over the past week. I got to do a lot of catching up.
Well, it actually was really quiet. It was really quiet probably the last 5 days, and I actually put that in Discord, and then today went bananas.
Let's see. Good allocation. I mean, you guys have pretty good allocations with yours. I mean, you got to figure out how big your elephant bag is right now. That should be first and foremost. Your futures account, if you can't afford to redeposit twice a month, maybe once a month, depending on how young you are, how old you are. For me, I can't be doing it once a month. I'm getting too old for that. So I better speed it up a little bit. But if you can handle doing a redeposit every twice a month, get yourself a futures account, but make sure you already have a bag of elephant and NFT. I don't know about the NFT, how many I think you should have. I mean, I don't have 25, but
Hey, how big should your bag be if you're a newcomer? What's a good goal before you start venturing into futures or NFTs?
Can I answer that real quick, or not
Yeah.
necessarily answer that?
No, you're not allowed to answer it.
I wanted to answer Pete's question. I think if you think of it along the lines of a 401k, where are you at in your lifespan? Are you aggressive?
Mhm.
Are you more conservative? Because if you're aggressive, then elephant is the way to go. If you're not concerned that the price dropped, 20 or 30%, and you view that as a buying opportunity, then elephant's the way to go until you meet whatever goal you set for yourself. If that goal is 10 billion, DCA until it gets 10 billion. If the goal is 5 billion, if it's $1 billion, to each their own. The great thing about futures is you can put $200 in and it's going to collect interest until you put another $200 in. I didn't mean to interrupt you, Ed. So what side do you think is a good goal?
No, I think you're correct on that, and where you are in your life and how you want to handle, just like you'd handle your 401k and whether you're aggressive or not. I always thought 10 billion was great. As we were getting up there in price, 10 billion is going to be tougher and tougher, but I thought 10 billion was a good goal to have for your token bag, to make yourself feel like, okay, I want to get into some of the other stuff we got. I don't want you to go grab, 1 million tokens and then start worrying about NFTs and futures. I'm like, no, I'd say go to 10 billion, then dip your toes in the other stuff. I'm not sure on the NFT thing. I've always been kind of back and forth with how many I think you should have. So futures definitely should be next step, and if you have a little bit of side money, get that NFT. Okay, maybe get one in the marketplace if you don't have a lot of money.
Yeah, I would definitely think try to get an NFT in round 2 for sure, 100%. Because the worst comes to worst, you can sell it in round 3.
Right.
For everybody that's new to the channel, we're gonna mint an NFT live once we hit to 1,000 subscribers. I think we should change that though. I think we should go for 500. I think when we get to 500 subscribers, we mint one, and then another 500 mints another one.
Maybe
Ed can put
in a good word for us with BT, and at 500, maybe we can get one of those NFTs donated, and then on 1,000 we can mint one.
Oh, really?
What do you think? What do you think, Ed?
How many subscribers are you at now?
Almost 200.
We're at 191 last time I looked.
Yeah, it was 191 earlier. So the 18 people that are with us right now, if you haven't subscribed, please go hit the subscribe button and get us closer to our goal.
And we could ask, see what he says. Wouldn't hurt to ask him. All I can do is say no or yes. So
yes or no. Either way, when we get to 1,000, we're going to mint one for live and then give it away to one of the subscribers.
that's pretty
So
cool.
you might get a black NFT.
Yeah, because we're going to mint it live.
Yeah, you're going to mint it live. You don't know what it's going to be.
Yeah, and hopefully we get there soon because that's all. It could be a lot of money. It could be, 4 B&B by that time.
Yeah,
and
you
that
want
could be $1,000 each. Oh, geez.
You want that 1,000 subscribers before this round for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
You'd be
Otherwise,
$9.99 and somebody goes to the next round.
Yeah, otherwise Goldwyn's going to have to sell another house to pay for that.
I don't have another house
yet. Once Elephant starts mooning, we'll get there.
Hey, you know what? Maybe if somebody buys a house from you, you can give them an NFT as well.
There we go.
No,
So
I like my elephant NFTs. I'll keep it.
So my coworker Georgia, she keeps hounding me. She wants a pink NFT, but I keep telling her no. She needs to build up her elephant bag. So she's at
pink?
2. Yeah. Oh yeah. I've got a few. I'm willing to sell them, but for her, I think she needs to just build up her bag. She's at 2 billion right now, and I think 5 billion is a good goal to get to before you venture into anything else. What do you think, Ed?
I was all for the 10 billion, but because what is 10 billion right now? What would that be worth?
4,200. I just looked it up.
Okay, not too bad. I don't think that's too bad. I just want to get a decent size bag. I think 10 billion is a goal for people that aren't going to be looking to invest a lot of money down the road. Get it now before it's 5,000, and then go to your next step. I don't know if it should be NFT or futures, but I would go futures.
That's not funny, Georgia.
I think the big thing is if you can get to that 10 billion, that is something that BT has said will be $1 million one day.
Yeah, I believe so. I believe so too.
And he doesn't speak pricing, so that was a big thing when he said that in his AMA.
Yeah, because that would be a what? Was that a?
It's a little over
1,000x.
A little over 200. It's only 230x from current price.
If you have 10 billion, 230x is about $1 million.
Yep.
From this current price.
Yep.
That's not bad at all.
Yeah, look at Zach at DeFi Springs. It's hard to imagine what Elephant's going to be like in 10 years.
Yeah, like I told you, my friend's baby, or kid's only 1. Actually, just turned 2. Did he just turn 2? Yeah, he just turned 2. So this about 2 weeks ago. So yeah, when he's 18, you know what his bag's gonna look like?
What do you think it's gonna look like? Probably 30 grand. Well, that's what I told my son. He's got 2 billion. I was like, by the time you graduate, 30 grand. I think that was like 100x.
Well, he said he's 12 right now.
Mm-hmm.
So 6 years.
Yeah.
You know, how many zeros can we lose in 6 years? 2 to 3 for sure. Thinking.
And if I was remember right, I think Bailey from Elephant Money Math or Herd, he was talking about like as the price goes up, it's going to get faster and faster because of the supply and demand. So we're going to have to get him on because I thought in one of his videos he was saying that once we got past a certain point, that $200 is going to buy way less elephant, but it's going to push the price up a lot higher. So I don't know how that's going to be sustainable. Well, I guess people take profit, keeps it going up and down, up and down.
Well, it keeps shrinking the supply no matter what, but I mean, you won't be buying as big of a chunk as you were before.
Fruta Vega was winner, I think, 2 weeks ago of the NFT, Georgia.
Yeah.
So on Wednesdays when you're at work, trying not to listen to AG, hop on the spaces, and you too might win a pink NFT. When Fruta Vega came on the first time, I laughed so hard at his name. It's my favorite name by far.
Wait, Fruta Vega?
Fruta Vega.
That's funny. We got some good names in the herd. I got that for sure. I think that the next zero is going to happen definitely in 2024. I think there's got to be a zero going. I don't know any other further down the road stuff, but the way we're moving, I feel it. I feel it zero.
I think the next big drop will be right there at that $1 per million. I think that's going to be not psychological. I think a lot of people have that as one of their places to take profit. Is that $1 per million?
Oh yeah, there's anything above between 60 and 100, 60 and $1. That's a lot. And hopefully they're not taking heavy profit. Take what you need and keep growing it, man.
Ed, Fruitabaga needs to get his NFT.
Yeah, I got to text BT again. I'll let him know. Don't worry, Fruitabaga. I'll text him.
Tell him because there's a delay, it needs to be a black one.
I think it's random though, isn't it? Doesn't he just have a thing?
It is random because let me tell you, I didn't get one from BT at all. I didn't get a black NFT from him. So I was able to get one outside of that.
So you have one NFT. What color is it?
No,
I have 4.
Oh, you have 4. Oh, okay.
But one is black.
And one is the black.
That's right. That's right.
Red, green, blue. I got RGB. Then I got a black one. So I really would love I would like one that reflective, like a silver, shiny, glittery one, maybe. I really think I wish you would have put some holiday ones out, like some Christmas NFTs out of this red and green or something, or some Halloween black and orange. That kind of cool too.
So I was telling Goldwyn that I think by round 4, I think it's going to be harder to sell. So we should come out with different colors, like a rainbow set or holiday colors, something that'll get people's interest and be like, oh yeah, I'll spend the extra 8 BNB to buy that just as a collector's.
It would be pretty cool to have some kind of alternate ones, like for certain times of the year and seasons and stuff like that, just to add some spice to it. Yeah, it's a pretty good idea.
Yeah, a hologram would be pretty cool.
Yes. Yeah,
that would be really cool.
I didn't know if you could do that with those or not. I don't know how the graphics work, but yeah, that would be pretty sweet.
Too funny.
Yeah, so it's funny. In order to bring people to these events, we need a second black NFT.
Yeah. So I had 3 black NFTs that I minted. I did the bulk minting for the first time. I was like, I'm going to buy 3 of these, and my second one out of the 3 was a black one. And then I did another bulk mint of 3 NFTs and got another black one.
Jeez.
And then I did it a third time and got another black one. So I had 3 black NFTs, and I ended up selling a black NFT to somebody on the open market, and in return got a few NFTs back so I could stake. So it worked out good. I figured I only needed 2, so I could bring me and a guest.
In Georgia, apparently.
Yeah.
Maybe. Depends how big of a hard time she gives me every day.
Oh, nice. We have 2 winners. Brian won last week. See, Georgia, you're in a group full of winners. Fruitabaga won. Brian won. If you join Wednesday, maybe Ed will remember you and you can win.
That would be, I'd be in trouble for that, because you purposely gave it to somebody. And that's the one thing I don't like about giving away the NFT is me picking, because I'm not one to ever want somebody to think I favored somebody else. The only time I did that one week, I love somebody's name, so I picked it that way. Somebody had something, I think, elephant in their picture, so I picked it that way. So I was trying to be fair to every single person that joins, and not be like, hey, nudge, nudge, pick me this week.
So what's going to be this week? How are you going to pick the NFT?
I try to let somebody else do it. That's why I'm like, Jed, you pick this way.
He intentionally brings people up.
I'm like, you pick somebody. I want
Georgia
them.
said she'll pick.
I try to do they said to use that little generator of all the people that joined, but I don't have access to that when I'm at work, because I'm actually at my job. So I sneak in that hour, get on my phone, and do the Twitter Spaces.
Georgia says she's going to add an elephant to her picture so she can win.
Well, everybody in Telegram should have something with elephant in their name. You know me, I'm plugging that left and right just to get our free marketing out there.
Can you guys see me?
Yeah.
Good. I was losing power on my computer for some reason.
Library's still lit up, so you're good. Bookshelf still good.
Yeah, that's all that matters.
Well, Ed, we've kept you for 2 hours. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Where's the time? Oh, there's a timer at the top left. That's right.
Yeah. I think it's getting late. Elephant hasn't mooned yet, so I still got a 9-to-5 job, and I got to go back and deal with Georgia.
Yeah, I got to go to a real job tomorrow too. I'm gonna probably stay up and watch something on TV.
Now, who has a bad camera, Georgia?
The lighting.
Do you ever have Georgia on the podcast here?
Oh, next week apparently.
She's on the podcast every day right now.
Well, I mean, actually,
no, I've invited her, and she's like, no. So maybe one day we'll see.
You never know. You might get a black NFT for being on the show or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not saying AG will give you one.
Maybe I'll loan it out to you during the next conference.
You know what? I was thinking that. Imagine, I mean, you'll be able to rent your in it. Like if you're not going to the conference, you could always rent it to someone that is going.
I mean, you're still allowed to go. You're just gonna have to pay your way in.
How much do you think it's going to be?
I have no clue. We have not talked about that whatsoever. I even tried to get him to announce the event a couple weeks ago. I said, "Hey, about announcing the event, something," and I don't even think he even knows when it's going to be yet. So I wish we did.
Yeah.
Is he still trying to get Taylor Swift?
Oh hell no! I'm not going.
We'd have to do it in Kansas City.
Oh, I'm tired of her on TV. Just please go.
I'm tired of Kansas City.
I hope they break up really soon so I can get back to real football again. Yeah. It's either Taylor Swift goes, I'm not going. That's the deal with the meetup.
Loan me $8 billion.
So have you guys done any gifting like that at all yet? Any? I bought you some to family or friends. Or
so that's how Georgia got into it. I gave her $20 of elephant, and I said, hey, you should try this. And she's like, so I got her into crypto a little bit back in 2021, and she put in $100 into Voyager.
Oh, no.
I don't know if you know what happened to Voyager or not, but it went bankrupt.
Yeah, so that show was years ago.
Yeah, so she
Voyager.
was. Yeah,
no, Voyager like Celsius.
Oh. Yeah, it's like crypto exchange, but so she was a little leery, so I had to give her $20, and then another guy, Fred, I gave him $20, and another guy, Matt, I gave him $20, all in elephant, and now they're all 2 billion plus.
Nice. I think it's a start. Many wallets as we can get.
And Pete brought up a good thing. He said there should be other incentives other than a black NFT, like over 50 billion gets in, or 10,000 futures account.
Or 10,000 futures account, 50 BNB. That's what 20
50
grand.
billion. Yeah, 50 billion would be what, 20,000, give or take, at the moment.
I don't know if I like that. So I like the NFTs because they're random versus just having money.
Yeah, right.
Makes it a little bit more fair.
I think, I think I'll stick with the NFT idea for now.
I mean, I'll give you a black NFT for 50 billion, and then you can get in for free.
I mean, should Trilly holders be allowed in without a black NFT?
No.
Right.
Trilly holders can buy their own black NFT.
Right. Buy their way in.
So, how big is your bag? I know you said you didn't want to say, but could you give us a ballpark?
No.
Are you a 100 billionaire?
No, I don't give any info out about my bag because you know what happens? Somebody's gonna get online real quick, go see who's got 4 NFTs and it's at over 100 billion. Oh, he knows now down his bag. And so it'll just research and research till it can figure something out.
Gotcha.
Well,
Yeah,
it should be easy. You were part of the launch, right?
Yeah, but there was a lot of people part of the launch.
Yeah.
How many is a
let's
lot?
narrow it down.
1,000?
There was over 1,000, right? I'm trying to think how many there were on that launch. Man, I wasn't sure.
And actually, the launch wasn't the best time to buy, right? Then the price crashed after the launch, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, it did, but I think everybody knew that would happen. But I wasn't going to take that chance. I would just jump in. I was like, whatever, it's fine. Yeah. I don't even know how much it did drop after a launch. Like most launches, something's going to drop. But
do you know how much you got like per BNB? Do you have any idea?
No, because I'm trying to figure out how much I put in. I was under $1 trillion when I got it, but I don't remember how much I spent for it and how much I actually got. Well, I know how many tokens I got. I know exactly how many billion I got for that. I just don't remember how much it cost.
How much it cost? I bet DeFi Springs probably knows. I was just curious about that.
I keep thinking about that too. I was trying to remember what was that launch price per million.
Like I wish, because I heard about credits whenever I was doing Tron research. Because I actually really liked Tron. It was one of the things that I hopped into. So I do remember credits at that time, but I never did any research on it.
It was pretty fun. Those are some fun times. I was like one of the first 10 people in. So it was kind of cool to see.
Oh wow, that's cool.
The rewards coming in right away, and that was pretty awesome. I wish we can get everybody out of there and into.
Are people still making money there?
They are making money, but I don't know if it's profit money. I don't think it's going to be profit. Mm-hmm. They're still trying to roll their flow, and I'm trying to tell them, listen, you roll in the flow account to get to your max is not equaling out if you just yank it. Start claiming now. Get out of that Banker X. Go to TRX and get it to Elephant now.
How much liquidity is in flow right now?
I'm only looking at you guys on the live stream, so I can't even pull up the website, and I haven't looked in a while. There's still a few $100,000 in there, I think.
Oh wow!
It's not like drip? Yeah, I was gonna say, is it more than drip? Are you in drip?
I do have an account with them.
I was against drip for the longest time, and then this guy over here talked me into it. What are you shaking your head for? He talked me into it.
Yeah, you always say that, but you never tell everybody this the crap you got me on the other two ROI dApps you got me in on.
Luckily, BT being in the admin chat, and luckily BT reads code. He knows code. He knows all the stuff. So I knew we talked about it, and we were all like, listen, what's going on with this thing that's going to happen? And he's like, just telling you right now, you might not want to put a lot of money in. And so everybody kind of went in small. So you would see some of the admin that were in there already out. They didn't put a lot of money in because he read the code. He knew it was going to happen. He knew it was going to drop. He knew it was going to do this and that. I mean, especially since it was something that was close to something else that was already out. So we made sure that we weren't in anything heavy like that, because we were like, when BT tells me, like, listen, I'm telling you, I see what's written back here. And most of the members that they have don't read code. So with him being able to read that kind of stuff, he was able to tell us, hey, this is how it's going to run. This is how many months it's probably going to happen. It's not hard to read when you can see that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I think the biggest people that made money were the people that really pushed the team aspect. Like Scott the Investor. Like I watched his show quite a bit, and he was always showing how much he was making in drip. And I'm just like, and James Pelton, same thing. Nothing against those guys, but when I was watching James show his wallet, I did the math to back out to realize how much he got from investor or from his downstreams, and that was one thing I hated about drip. Like I don't want to say I'm a solo player, but I hated the fact that I had to go underneath somebody else just to get in.
Yeah.
And so, I think I made an account, went underneath somebody, and then I went underneath my own account.
Right.
For the money that I actually put in.
It's hyper compounding just does not work anymore. It's not
Yeah.
you can't keep it, especially if you're running something where you have to grow a team and just nonstop. Neither way, people coming in later are never going to be able to catch up. And you need liquidity. And when you're running low on liquidity, you can't even pay everybody out. And how are you going to pay everybody out? You can't. You have to have a really good system around it to make sure whatever you create that you're able to pay out everybody if you had to. And that's why, BT wants Bertha to be 10x the amount that she needs. So there is enough liquidity out there, and that's just something you can't clone liquidity.
Yeah.
That's one good thing about Elephant.
Well, and I think the thing with Elephant too is if you are really dedicated to building a team, you can make some money.
Oh yeah, yes, you can make some money, but don't expect it to be forever and ever.
Right. Yeah. But you don't have to, and that was what really drew me in. Is you don't have to.
No, you don't have to. If you've made your money, you get in and get out. But you're also just saying, screw you to everybody else you brought in, because I got mine, I'm getting out. I know things are going downhill, but hey, listen, this is what happens when you get in when I got in. And so, yeah, those people helped you, but how are you helping them at all? And in Elephant, at least you're helping each other.
Yeah. So what's your favorite feature of futures? Is it the fact that it caps out and it takes away your balance when you withdraw? Or is it the fact that you have to add $200 in order to get it to go? Like if you had to pick one.
I'm going to say you have to add the 200. Anything that's bringing more money in is fine. Granted, your balance goes down as you keep taking it out, which helps the longevity a little bit. But money coming in is all that I care about for the ecosystem. So having that 200 and not just compounding away, hyper compounding with no added help, you're actually buying more, bringing more money in. So that's always good.
And I think one cool thing too is that people are like, well, I'll just take $200 out of my account and then use that to compound, and therefore it's not true new money. And I said that's not true at all. I said because once you take the 200 out, it subtracts from your balance.
That's right.
And then when you give that money back to Bertha, she now buys more Elephant with that $200. So Bertha doesn't care. That's no new money to her. And I don't think that when people just randomly look at the futures is they don't look deep enough. They're just all like, oh, well, I'll just take out 200 and then I'll just put it back.
Well, that's my plan with farms. I'll take that money, trade it over to BUSD, and then put it into futures. And it's constantly pushing the price of Elephant up.
And a lot of people think they can somehow manipulate the system. But like you said, oh, well, let's take the 200 out and then kind of put it back. We've already done all the math and all this kind of stuff about all these little ideas that you think you have to work the system, and they're not going to work. You put something out there. We'll give you the best scenario for the most efficient way to play it. You want to play it more aggressive or less aggressive, that's up to you. But here's your most efficient way to do it, not just for you, but for the whole ecosystem. So if you grow together with us, you'll do your best doing this. But everybody wants to do their own patterns and their own ways of doing things. So,
yeah.
And that's what's fun about it. That's what I love about Elephant. You can so many different ways of playing the game if you consider it a game.
Well, and the other thing about futures that I hear a lot is, well, you need new people, and I'm like, well, that's 100% wrong. And they're like, what do you mean it's wrong? I said, well, there's already people there. We'll call it 2,500 people in there. Those 2,500 people aren't going to stop adding money because they're playing their own game, like AG said. So they have their own goals. So they don't care about new people. When new people come in, those new people start their own account, and Bertha is just holding their Elephant that Bertha's buying with their money when they come in. They start their own timeline. They have their own agendas. They have their own, Bertha's holding 2,500 little wallets with amounts of Elephant in it. And then when she pays you out, well, then these extra ones go over here into her pocket.
So I still always think we need to grow no matter what. But it always looks better for us because we have a lot of other things going on in the ecosystem besides futures. But I still always say do whatever it takes to grow. And whether it's coming out with a new product with Elephant or not, whatever way, because not everybody's a future person. Some people may want just to trade the token because that's what they love doing. They're all into trading. And that helps a little bit when you have people that are just all sorts of different ways they want to make money in crypto, and you can find it all in one spot.
Yeah, to see Pete's question.
Yeah, and I think that still falls into the mentality of new people paying old people. So I think you really need to think of futures as an individual game that is played with a whole bunch of other players. Because when you put in your futures, right, you can only take out a certain amount. The max amount is $2.5 million, but you don't actually get to take $2.5 million out of it. If you play it the most perfect way you could possibly play it, which is going to be 1 out of 1,000 people, you're going to be able to take $1.2 million out of it. Well, you're still going to have to put money into the system, and that the system is still going to hold that money. Like the money that I put in January is now worth, $2,000 for that $200 that I put in January. Bertha still has that, but she only owes me $200 of that. So it's, I understand what people are saying, that when more and more people come in, we're going to have to pay out more and more money. Well, if you think about it as individual 401k accounts, each account is separate, except our account is just one big pot that's called Bertha's purse. And every person keeps putting their money into Bertha's purse, and she holds it. And when she pays out that person and their liability is reduced to zero, right? Because once you hit that 2.5 million, that account is now gone. It doesn't matter if she still owes you $600,000. That account is now frozen. No longer is liabilities. And so as people get higher and higher and higher, they have to figure out, and it's different timelines.
And with multiple things affecting the price of the token, like he did say, it's hard to calculate because it's not, futures isn't the only contract. There's too many other contracts working together to help with the price. So it's not an easy formula to always figure that out.
So do you think BT is going to sunset Stampede?
I don't know. I don't think we need to mess with either one of them. Just leave them both the way they are. There's nothing. What's wrong with having 2 checking accounts?
Yeah.
Nothing. Just no. I think they're both going to pay.
Yeah, and that gives another reason for trunk. So that I don't think so. There's no reason to.
No, there's no reason to. Just leave them both the way they are and let them ride out. And I have multiple accounts. I have 2 debit cards. It's no big deal. It's fine the way it is. Once they're all running all cylinders, it'd be great.
All right, guys, it's getting late. I got to go to work.
All right.
Ed, I really appreciate you coming on.
Yeah, man. It's good times.
We're going to have to do this again.
Yeah, you let me know.
And then, we'll see you, I guess, Wednesday on the Telegram, or not Telegram, but
Twitter Spaces.
Twitter Spaces. Yeah. All right, guys.
All right, man.
Hey, I wanted to say thank you to everybody that came in chat today. It was a very lively chat. The more you guys chit chat with us, the easier our job is. So if you guys have questions, spread the word. Like, subscribe.
Yeah, tell your friends, tell the other people in the Telegram, say, hey, come check us out. We're going to mint probably 1 free NFT live when we hit 1,000. Maybe Ed can hook us up with a NFT to give away on our 500th subscriber. So till then, we'll see you guys later.
All right.
Peace out.
Thanks, Ed. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. See ya.
Yep.